Hello everybody. Now hopefully this has worked first time. Let's have a look. Let's see if YouTube comes up. It says it's got an excellent connection. And yeah, so YouTube is up. Let me just pause that. Twitch is up. We are streaming live and I've done it in one go by the look of it. So I'm not quite sure if you can hear me though. So as people come into the stream, if you can say whether you can hear me or not, that would be absolutely fantastic. So here we are. It's 20 to 7 in the evening here in the UK. I'm lucky enough to have probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half worth of free time this evening. And this week I might have some free time as well. So the idea is that I'll be able to almost have a regular routine for streaming for about an hour every evening. But we'll have to see. Oh, hello, I've got a funny notice on the top left-hand corner. I've got the little chain with an exclamation mark, which normally means I've got a bad connection, which means I might get kicked off. That would be a bad start, wouldn't it? It's gone red now. I reckon we're going to get kicked off, and this, despite all my hard work, this stream is going to end. Oh, no, it's gone back to orange. I guess we'll just have to see what comes in. So if you come into the stream, please just tell me what it looks like and whether it sounds okay as well. Right, let's have a quick look at what we've got. So, our jacket is ruined, which is a bit of a pain. Sorry, it's not ruined, it's badly damaged, I think, isn't it? Let's have a look. It's damaged, and it looks like our rather nice balaclava is badly damaged, so that's on its way out. Our shoes are worn. We've got some shotgun shells. We've got a dried apple in our backpack. We've got a bottle of water. We've got vitamins, we've got some shells, we've got bandages which are disinfected. So we really need a vest of some kind, don't we? And we need a new jacket. So this is on my PVE survival server, and the idea is that we're somewhere near Cherno. I think we decided, didn't we, the other day? I've got a compass. And we're north, and we're heading north, or we might have come out of Electro. I've lost myself again. I don't know where I am. We're probably going to have to have a look at a map. So we want to head north. The idea is to eventually make our way to Tizzy. But if you're familiar with the channel, and you know that I do a fair few number of tutorials, that doesn't mean I'm any good at playing the game. In fact, I tend to be quite rusty when it comes to actually playing the game, because I'm so used to playing around as an admin, just checking to see if things are working and things like that, which is a bit of a pain. The Rob Muzzer. Cool name, by the way. Yes, Rob. What an amazing name you have too. Welcome to the stream. Can you hear me? Okay. And is the stream streaming okay? I have a terrible internet connection, so often it doesn't. And thank you for coming on. I'm streaming to YouTube and Twitch from my Xbox, well, kind of from my Xbox Series S. I'm actually intercepting it with my capture card, my PC. Oh, we're full. We're going to have to eat some stuff. So it means that I don't always have the best ability to stream. Oh, we got some fruit here. Oh, this is good. This is good. It looks like we've got some rotten stuff and some fresh stuff. So the idea of my survival servers is perfection. From Spain as well. Gosh, that's a long way away. Buenos dias. Is that terrible? Should I have said that? And the idea is that there's about half the normal food spawns compared to a normal server, and drink and things like that. So it's more difficult to stay alive, and most things spawn in a little bit damaged or ruined or something like that. So it just makes that, it extends that uncomfortable period you have at the beginning when you're playing on a server, when you're getting geared up, till you think, oh, I'm safe now. It extends that quite a long way. And with the way that zombies now really do lots of damage when they attack you, it means that you constantly look. Oh, do I need some glasses? We do, don't we? Ah, no, we don't want that. No. I'd rather have the head torch. Yeah. It means that the sort of hour-to-hour struggle to stay healthy and warm and dry is a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit more difficult. Plus, obviously, playing doing lots of videos about tutorials about DayZ and other videos means about other stuff means I don't always have that much time to actually play the game, which is terrible. Originally, I'm from Kent, says the Rob Lamossa on YouTube. However, the past 15 years in Ireland, then ironically the last month over here. Well, I hope the weather's lovely. I bet it is, isn't it? It's cold, damp and wet here in the UK. Well, actually not that cold. That's an axe. Hatchet. Grandma's not happy. Okay, an axe would be nice. I've got lots of knives. Do we really need it? No, we don't really. Do we really need an axe? No, let's just crack on. Let's crack on. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Yeah, actually, it's not that cold. I'm in Hampshire, down on the south coast. So it never gets really, really cold down here. But it's just raining. It's just been raining constantly. It seems like it's been raining constantly for the last 2 months. Right, here we go. Oh, another baseball bat. Right, let's get rid of mine. Let's pick this one up. Did we pick the right one up? Yes. We really want some nails to make this better. Have I got nails? We've got lots of sharp implements. Ski mask. What condition is that one in? Damaged. My one is badly damaged. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's put that one on. Disgustingly 22 to 25 today. The Irish temperature's 8. Yeah. Well, you know. But it's nice. Sometimes I think it is nice to have proper seasons, you know. To have a proper winter. I don't mind it being cold. I just don't like it being wet all the time. Right, are we going in the right direction? That's the question. Or are we heading south again? Right, we're heading north, which is good. Might not know where I am. Wait a minute, there's a sign there. Kamishobo, that is, isn't it? Kamishobo. So let's have a look at my map. I'm cheating a bit with I Survive. Oop, wrong screen. Kamishobo. No, it's not. It's Nazino. I do apologise. So we've come to Nazino. So next stop would be Rogovo or Pogorevka, and probably up to Stary Sabor. That would be a good run, wouldn't it, to go up to there? Right. Okay. Let's carry on moving. So luckily, we've still got light with this beautiful new skybox that we have in DayZ 1.23. Although I will admit, I always thought the light was always pretty cool in DayZ, and I know there have been some complaints from people about the lack of God rays now. I haven't been playing enough to really say that, but you know how normally the light would stream through the trees, wouldn't it, especially in the early morning. So, the Rob Mozza, are you a DayZ player? Right. The pleasant little reservoir. Or more of a big pond, actually, isn't it? Yeah, if we get up to Starry, that would be good. And there's the military tent, isn't there? Is it the military tent north of Starry? Or is it north of Novi? I can't remember which one. BBC Press Fest on the telly. BBC One Press Fest. What, you're on the telly? Oh. Or you're watching the telly. Right. I've been lucky enough to have a week off work as well. I've been making loads and loads of videos for YouTube. Unfortunately, I've got to go back tomorrow. It's always that's. It's not really a sinking feeling as you go back. You're just like, okay, back to the real world. Back to the 9 to 5 or the 8:30 till 6. I've been. I was working on some DayZ stuff today. I've done a video about changing the spawn points. How to change the spawn points so you spawn outside a hospital. or a medical centre. I did a similar thing a few months ago. It might have been last year. Inspired by 28 Days Later, the beginning of that film, and when he wakes up in a hospital, and everyone's turned into zombies. Similar thing. So, but those files stopped working with the new spawn system we got with 1.23. And so over the next few days I'll be releasing that video of those files, which will mean that you'll spawn near a hospital or medical centre, and you'll be dressed as a patient as well on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, which is I think it's quite fun. All right, Azid Clips. Hi, could you help me fix a problem with my G Portal? Ooh, that sounds like you're on Rust, my friend. Ask away. I can't guarantee anything because I spent a lot of time last week working with the Rust stuff. But I had to stop because I had to do some DayZ stuff. Skeptical Observer says on YouTube, hi Scalespeeder, installing Project Siberia. An issue with Nitrado servers. Getting very laggy for me. Oh, sometimes this happens. Yeah. I do apologise if it is getting that way. Let me bring it up so I can just check. Have a look. Yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. Because I don't live in the countryside, but I don't live in the town. So we have absolutely terrible internet. It's meant to be broadband, but I don't think it is. It's like the lowest spec broadband that they can do. So, Skeptical Observer, what is Project Siberia? I haven't got a clue. It must be a mod. I know there's a game, isn't there, called Siberia. Hi, I'm on your Xbox One C server. What date's the next wipe, Mark? Well, thank you for supporting the channel, and thank you for being on the Xbox server. The next wipe will be on or around the 31st of December. It's every 6 months. So we had one at the end of June, end of December is the next one. As Eclipse is asking me for a password to authenticate to log in with Microsoft, but I didn't have one because I made the account through Microsoft. Right, okay. Yeah. What you want to do is you want to go to the G Portal help and raise a support ticket, and then get them to look at it. I understand quite a few people who have started servers through the Xbox portal or the Xbox app on the Xbox, or from the Microsoft App Store, are having trouble. I would say if anybody asks you if you want to start a Rust community server for console, get the PlayStation one, even if you're on Xbox, and then just turn crossplay on. And then what happens then is you do all the admin through on your laptop or your PC, and that seems to be a much better way of doing it, a lot less hassle. The Rob Mozza says, yeah, DayZ player and server admin. Oh, you know what hard work is then. Been without a PC for the last 4 weeks, gagging to get home. 45-day flag issue. What's a 45-day flag? Oh, right, for stuff despawning. Right. Skeptical Observer says, Project Siberia is the mod that installs the extended medical system and the skill system. I believe you've played it. I may well have, as it apologise for my rubbish memory. I don't know. You don't want to get old. I was talking to someone last night. We were working on his server, and he said, "How old are you?" And I said, "I'm 50 years old." He said, "Well, you don't sound 50." I said, "I feel it." Yeah, I really, really do. And what happens is, as you get older, you just start forgetting things. And the problem is, you don't know what you forgot. Oh dear, here we go. It's going to get dark soon, isn't it? Never good for a stream when it gets dark. Skeptical Observer is 63. Oh, well, I'm a baby compared to you then, mate. You have extra icons in the bottom right for mental health, physical health. The skill system limits your capacity to do certain things. See, that is love. I'll have to check that out again then, because it sounds great. I always thought they should have a morale icon, you know. I'm not quite sure what you call it, whether it would be, you know, it would be something like mental health or, morale or motivation or something like that. And maybe that would help with stamina in certain situations, I think. You know, and so, you know, if you put on fresh clothes, you know, you found some pristine jeans or a pristine shirt, and you put it on, your character's morale would go up. Or if you're a bloke, you'd have a shave. I think my lady is. Yeah, I've got a lady. If you had a shave, you would feel a little bit better. If you kept having to kill zombies all the time, you would feel, your morale would go down. You'd be like, or something like that. Maybe if you took all your clothes off and went for a swim in a lake at dawn, you'd feel refreshed and your morale would go up. When you fix your clothes, all that sort of thing. Yeah. But the game is what it is. It's truly magical. And if you get a chance, do a YouTube search for Dean Hall interview or Dean Hall spotlight interview. And Boydie has done an interview with Dean Hall, who's one of the guys who created DayZ. And he just did it last month, I think, so it's really up to date. Obviously, he left Bohemia Interactive back in 2014, I think. But if you want to know a little bit more about the guy who came up with the idea, it's pretty good as well. It's very, very honest interview as well. It's very honest about how the fact that he was a modder before that, went to work for Bohemia Interactive for Armour 3, I think it was. And he didn't really fit in with the team, with what they wanted to do, so he had to leave. And he really honest about it, just saying it. Well, lots of people would say, "Oh, it was them," I mean, he walked away with an awful lot of money because he released the DayZ mod, and obviously got royalties, and Bohemia Interactive bought it off in royalties and things like that. Robert says, "I'm fairly IT savvy, Rob. More likely this dodgy FTTC connection than your assumably better connection, dude. Sorry for the Iricisms." Hey, no worries. To be sure, that's fine. Skeptical Ever says, Dean Hall created the original DayZ. He did, yes. Yeah, it's really good. But what I didn't realise was that I think he was working for Bohemia Interactive at the time that he created the mod. And then they obviously bought it off him, and the rest is history, as they say. But, I mean, if you're new to DayZ like I am, with console coming out, we probably, we didn't experience the dark days of update 0.53 and things, where hardly anybody was playing the game. There was only a couple of thousand people playing it on PC. This is before it came to console, and many people thought it was going to die. And now it's got more people playing it than ever. Yes, he was working for Bohemia Interactive. Yeah, I thought so. The Rob Mozza says, RE1's memory. I've limited RAM in my head. Yeah. Yeah, all the new stuff's forcing the old stuff out, isn't it? It exploded this. Yeah, well, there is the argument, isn't there, Skeptical? The fact that without the DayZ mod, would Bohemia Interactive be anywhere where it is? Because it sold millions of copies of Armour 2. And then probably, I know there was no official DayZ mod for Armour 3. But undoubtedly, it put Armour, on lots of people's radar, didn't it? I mean, I think Armour 3 is amazing, and if I had the time, I'd play more Armour 2. But I don't think they just don't have the immersion that DayZ has. Armour Reforger, the new one. Right, that's where we want to go right, don't we? We want to go straight to Novi. Armour Reforger is very good because I don't know whether you've seen it, but Armour Reforger basically looks like a better version of DayZ. Exile did a lot for Armour 3, and there are various mods, isn't it? But none of them are like this, are they? And I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of console gaming. I really like the idea of consoles. The fact that you can just turn it on, pick up your controller, press a couple of buttons, and you're playing a video game. No hassle, no messing around with settings. Obviously, I have a gaming PC. I think there's a real strong argument for the closed ecosystem that consoles are, especially in terms of not having too many cheaters. I know we have cheaters with dupers and things, but especially hackers, it's a lot more difficult to hack an Xbox, isn't it? Reforge is a slightly more advanced version of the Infusion engine compared to... Yeah, exactly. And it's coming on along leaps and bounds. It really is. I'll have to stream it one evening. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I mean, if you jump into Reforger and you're in a forest like this, and you're wearing some of the basic military gear, you could think you're in DayZ. You really could. It's really good. They've got official support for helicopters now, and they've got a good medical system as well. You know, where you can damage various limbs and you have to tourniquet them and use bandages and painkillers, which is good. I don't know whether they'll be bringing in an official kind of food and drink, but that'll be for DayZ 2.0, won't it? I think map making Reforged is actually quite easy. Well, I think that's what they've tried to do as well, isn't it? They're building on the idea that Bohemia Interactive, they know that modders are what make their games. That's what made Arma 2, it's what made Arma 3. It's even console modding. The fact that we can do XML and JSON modding on console is a massive thing, and I think they're building Reforger, or Arma 4 as it will be, to be easy to mod. Look how beautiful this game is. Really is amazing, isn't it? Absolutely. I tell you what. Let's get rid of that. That's better. The tools are really good for the mod community. Yes, yes. So the question is, what are they... I mean, I kind of said my piece about DayZ, that I think that what's happening now is that Bohemia Interactive are presumably fairly happy with the progress of Reforger, and because they've taken it to 1.0, but they know that Arma 4 is a year, 2 years away, and I think what they're doing is they're saying to the DayZ team now, they're saying, look, Arma 4's a year away, it's 2 years away. When we've got Arma 4 out, and the engine is stable, and we can start making a DayZ 2.0, for example, you know, that we're going to call on you guys, and you guys are going to come over and you're going to bring your magic. But until then, you can keep developing this version of DayZ. That's the only reason I think why they haven't just shifted everybody over. Just to, you know, speed up. But I mean, they obviously understand that DayZ is Bohemia Interactive's biggest moneymaker. Oh, a fresh pea coat. That's probably better nick than my leather jacket. So I think we might be quite surprised by what we get from DayZ, PC and console this year. I think Adam and his team are really going to try and push to get some big updates out of the door. Yeah, so I can't wait, to be honest. I think it's so exciting over the next couple of years. And if you've had a go with Reforger on console, you'll know that you can. The workshop is part of the game now. Yes, modding is a strategic asset for DayZ and Arma, says Skeptical Observer. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm getting the little red warning light again. The Robber said, Mother, are you wearing sunglasses? If not, I can't agree, but the skybox looking less than previous. My character is not wearing sunglasses now. Skeptical Observer says, I find new maps to be one of the biggest drive. Yeah, well, yeah. yeah. That's, it's a big sticking point, isn't it? Right, so Starry is carry on. Yeah, I mean, with the skybox, I mean, I think undoubtedly it's pretty, but I thought DayZ always the sky looked pretty. If you'd asked me what bit really needs improving in DayZ in terms of the environment, the sky probably wasn't one of the things I would have chosen. It would have been the textures on quite a few of the assets are a bit low res, aren't they? They're a bit Arma 2. Yeah, a new map. Yeah, well, I don't know. I would have really liked to see, and I don't know why they had. Well, I can. It would have been great if they'd bought Namalsk off Adam or licensed it off him, and then made it into an official map. He says that's not going to happen. And I can only imagine they didn't offer him enough money. But I don't know. See, Because they could charge. How much would you pay? I mean, Livonia was £12, wasn't it? Was it about £12 or something like that? How much would you pay for Namalsk to be a DLC on console or PC? Yeah, I know it's free on PC. That's the thing, but an official Namalsk kind of thing. How much would you pay? The Sky and Armour 2, Armour 3, and DayZ's always been astronomically correct. You've been able, yeah, exactly. You could always look at the find Polaris, couldn't you, and things like that, and navigate. You know, I mean, I would definitely. The more opportunities Bohemia Interactive give me to give them money for DayZ, the more I'll do it, because DayZ has been very, very kind to me in terms of helping me expand the channel, meeting lots of people, helping lots of people, all that sort of stuff. So any DLC, I'll buy it. Maybe I could see that maybe the science fiction bit of Namalsk people don't like. That maybe Bohemia Interactive weren't completely behind the fact that you do those tasks and you get teleported to a different part of the universe, don't you? Maybe they don't like that, and I could understand that. But I would be happy with them just getting rid of that and just having normal, just having Namalsk as a survival map. Small. In fact, even the one they should bring in for free, which they've got already, which they could bring over with probably. Oh, hello, we got my lag. With probably less than a month's work, is Utes or Utes, the little map, the really tiny little one. Because if you go to Bohemia Interactive's GitHub, hello, what have we got here? This looks nice. A paramedic jacket. That's it. We'll have that. Right, okay. I've got these stone knives. Let's eat something. Yeah, if you go to the GitHub, you can download the Utes map and you can load it up in an offline server. It doesn't have any mission files or anything like that, but the assets are there. It needs cleaning up a bit and it needs a mission file, but they could do that and release that for free as like a 10-person server. Is this a blood testing kit? Blood test kit. Okay, we might as well use it. Test my blood. Skeptical Observer says, yes, I'll gladly pay for maps from BI. That was the case with the Armour 3 editions with Livonia for DayZ, which came out for Armour 3. Absolutely, yeah, it was part of Contact, wasn't it? Vitriol's message retracted. Skeptical vs. Utes was a map in the original Armour, yeah. But you can play it in DayZ with the local PC server. You can just download the file from the GitHub. Oh, paramedic pants. I could have a matching set, can't I? Medium insulation. How are my trousers at the moment? High insulation. And they're still pristine, my cargo pants. So we'll leave them there. Should have closed that door, shouldn't we? Scrub pants with tetracycline. How lucky are we? How lucky are we? Oh, it's always a relief. They're like an insurance plan, aren't they? Having some tetracycline in your pocket and some more bandages. We'll take those. Thank you very much. We've got a saline bag, NBC gas mask. I haven't really got the space to take this stuff, have I? Okay. With DayZ Editor, it shouldn't be difficult to create the important mission files. For Utes, that is. Not too. You've got to create your map group pos and your map group proto. So you could do it, but the thing is, though, you couldn't use it for console. And I think what we need is we need them to officially. Ooh, it's raining. We need them to officially support it and bring it out as a free map, and you just have it as a 10-person server, because that's probably all that it can support because it's so small. Ooh, I'm lost. Rain, great. But we're in Novi, aren't we? let's have a good look round. So what are we looking for? A nice big backpack would be nice, wouldn't it? Because it's Project Lemons. No, is it Sauerkraut? I can't remember. Yeah, Sauerkraut has created. He has a Utes PC server where he created the missions file. I think he might have even released the files. He said he was going to release the files. I'll check that out. But it needs a little bit more polishing as well in terms of like adding a few more paths and roads and things. It needs Dancing Jesus to go over it, the guy that updated Livonia. Yeah, console is different if you buy a PC. Well, I've got a PC, and I really like playing DayZ on a controller. PVE DayZ on a controller is perfect. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of admin abuse here, all right? Because it's getting dark, and I can't really stream in the dark, can I? So I'm going to do something. Just talk amongst yourselves while I just do something. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can restart the server, but with it as daytime. Ooh. Bear with, as they say. Okay. Okay, there we go. So the server is restarting. So with a little bit of luck, it will be daytime, so we can actually see what it is. Change the time. Robin says, Rob, thank you for all your videos. You're one of my 3 primary DayZ sources. Respect to that. Well, thank you very much, Rob. That's very kind of you. Yeah, well, you know, you've got to have some perks, haven't you, as a server owner? The fact that you can change it. Skeptical says, yes, Skillsby, your videos have been godsends in my creating my own server. Your stuff is without equal for DayZ 7. They're far too kind, those words, but thank you very much. This Delicious over on Twitch says, hello, love your content. This Delicious, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I tell you, it's one of the reasons why I stream, actually, is because I spend so much time making videos, not just about DayZ. Because if you've seen the channel recently, I've done loads of Rust stuff and Call of Duty stuff, you know, because I've got to kind of do that a little bit to just to refresh myself and not get burnt out on DayZ. But it means I don't get to play it that often, and also I don't get to play with people because I can only do this at certain times, and I wouldn't really want to play with other people because I like to answer questions and chat and talk to people and get a sense of what's going on out there and the sort of help that people are looking for. Wait a minute. I've just gone to the wrong server. That's you're right. Okay, so that's my public server. So if you're on Xbox or PlayStation, I do have public servers. If you search for Scale Speeder, most of them will be whitelisted and you can't get in. But the public ones you can get in, and they're survival, so they're harder. There's less loot and less zombies as well, actually. Less food, that sort of thing. But I just saw that and I've gone into the wrong one. And one of the things it does have is a really long exit time, so that if you're fighting someone, You know, you can't just log out. You can't combat log and that sort of stuff. Okay, so we've got exits here. Hopefully by the time we exit from this server, we will then can go on the other. So the other servers are PVE only. They're whitelisted. And one of the big reasons for that is obviously it means that I'm not going to get interrupted. I'm not going to get shot in the back of the head by someone as I'm wandering around. Right. Okay. Let's refresh this. There we go. That's the one we want. Right, here we go. Apologies for that. Apologies for that. Yeah, so hopefully this week I might even be able to do this every evening, and actually get rid of some of these cobwebs off me for playing the game. Yeah, we go. Look at that. Ha ha ha! It's daytime. Wait a minute. Either that was an artillery strike coming in, or thunder. Sounded pretty close. Oh, that's better, is it? You guys can see what's going on now. That sounded fairly close, that did. Okay. There we go. Is that better? You can see stuff now, can you? What a lovely morning it is here on Chernarus. How are we doing for rags? I don't think we've got any at all, have we? Okay, we need some rags. I see. I don't know why I've got all these stone knives. Well, I do. I think it must have been when I started off. I think I was very lucky to get a chicken and some things, so I made some. Oh, they're not very clean, are they? Right. Okay. I could hear some deer in the distance. My character's cold, aren't they? Oh, it's also colder on these servers as well. I forgot to say that. Yeah, it's about 5 degrees colder throughout the year than it is on normal servers. Oh, some spoots. Again, they're probably going to be a bit... Oh, they're badly damaged. We don't want them, do they? It's really hard to find things like duct tape. Let's just have a drink. Thunder in a cloudless sky. Yeah, I don't know. It might have been an artillery strike coming down on Novi Sabor. Darkwing, good evening, sir. Justice, scale speed. Yes, thank you. Yeah, see how slow I was in picking that up there. Skeptic says, yes, change the temps in the gameplay just fun is a lot of fun. I did it for my Takistan server, much colder. Takes place in January. Takistan, yeah, that's a server I want to play more on. Takistan. Oh, there's a Luna Park. Is that a Luna Park over there? Should we go and investigate, see if there's any fireworks? Let's have a look in here first. That looks like a raincoat on the floor, is it? Jumpsuit jacket. Doesn't look like in very good condition, though. A spark plug. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be starting... Hey! Let's have a look round. Let's see what we can see. Oh, a bum bag. Can I wear that? Well, I guess it's a little bit more inventory space, isn't it? Oh, look at that. A hunting scope. I suppose we should take it, shouldn't we? You never know if we come across a nice blaze or something like that. Ah, good to see you, legend. Thank you very much, Dark Queen. Very kind, sir. I don't even know where stuff spawns around these. Stuff spawn in the toilets. Here we have some lovely fruit trees though, so maybe we'll find some apples or pears. Oh, we've got a dried one, that'll do. Rob the Mod said, bed before flight home. Night, Rob. Thanks again. Thank you very much for coming. Like the stream, please, people. Oh, thank you very much for saying so, yes. A plum as well. Let's pop that in our bum bag, maybe. The apple doesn't look too nice, does it? Looks like it's seen better days. Got a nice plum. Nice plum. Skeptic ever says, some of the first foods I go for are under the fruit trees. Not enough people go for them. No, I agree, yeah. I mean, you can survive. I mean, that's why Livonia is so difficult, isn't it? Because there is no fruit. They're always a go-to, aren't they? I mean, it is a bit cheesy because you can just keep running around in big circles, can't you? Around a village or around a town. Keep going back to fruit trees and eventually you'll find stuff. I guess the argument against that on... how's my hat? On public services is you're more likely to get shot because people will see you doing it. Pristine. Okay. Anything around? Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't mind finding a nice mountaineering bag. Yeah, one of the small cargo pants that are pristine. How are my cargo pants? Pristine, but they must be more worn, mustn't they? Go. Oh, wait a minute. Am I going around in a circle? No, no, no. We should be heading this way. It's a rather interesting place just to have a barrel. There's big red barn. We have to pay our respects, don't we? If you're new to DayZ, one of the interesting things you can look at is if you look at DayZ in real life, the Chernerus, well, all of the DayZ maps, Chernerus and Livonia, they're based on real locations, so you can see pictures of this barn in real life. Lots of the villages are the same as well, and lots of the buildings, obviously, they're starting to disappear now. Kind of dumb that fruit doesn't spawn. I guess the idea behind Livonia is that it's just a bit more hardcore, isn't it? So you know you can't rely on that. I always got the impression that Livonia is for the outdoorsmen of DayZ players, because you've got that whole, even now with the extra bits, though, you've got that whole bottom south, sort of middle south section that's really just forest. There's not much there at all. It's for the people who enjoy surviving and hunting and making and stuff and that sort of thing. There are YouTube videos of people touring China. Yes, there are. There's a really cool time-lapse one as well. Oh, I can hear it. Can we really... We right, okay, what have we got? We got lots of knives, haven't we? have we got? So we can make fire. I can hear a cow. We can't not kill a cow, can we? Get nice and close. Will a shotgun kill it? Yeah. Let's just run away for a bit. This is probably some zombies gonna come. Or maybe not. One of the things I did with these servers was I reduced the numbers of zombies. Because I always find zombies, they're a real challenge when you first start playing DayZ. But then they become a bit of a ball ache, and they're more annoying than anything else. Okay. Well, sorry Moo Cow, but this is the apocalypse. Cold server guys, shout out for the last resort. The last resort. Right, okay. Look at all this lovely food we've got. Wow. Okay. I guess we should make a fire then, shouldn't we? Put that away. Store that. Long stick. Chopping. Actually, no, we'll use that as our spit. Sharpen that. Oh, this is mate across the road, across the river. Sorry. Sorry. Did he just drop the stick? Yeah, didn't he? Okay. Where is it all? I thought it all despawned for a second. I was like, oh my god. Let's put that down there. Let's make... Where's the sticks gone? Ooh, no. Put that away. Put it away. No. The new sounds are quite nice, aren't they? Is this a nice place? Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Okay, now I think, have I got an axe? Let's put the rags on the fire for kindling. I thought I had an axe, you know. Yeah, we've got an axe. So we should. The rarest bum bag, just like that. The PVZ mod will change that with zombies. No longer a nuisance, but a real threat. I'll have to check it out. Mickey says, I've seen a few servers change zombies to headshot only, so they're more challenging. Yeah, I'd like to see headshot only, and they don't run. They just shamble everywhere. Skeptical says, yes, Mickey, because you could do that with the PVZ mod, and have random sizes of zombies too. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I've dropped this tree on. The tree's fallen on top of my fire. And all my stuff. Huh. Okay. Where's my fireplace? How embarrassing. Somewhere underneath this tree. Ah, okay. There it is. 2 hands. Hey, we got it. Let's put it down there. That's nice. Let's get some more wood. Right, I think I've got a lighter. Have I got a lighter? Dum, 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 dum. No. Oh well. No problem, mate. A little bit of bark. Get ourselves a stick. Put that away. Break this up. Moxie Don, you are most generous of you, sir. Thank you very, very much for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you very, 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 very much. Mickey says, "'Cause you can make it so they sing and call for their bum." Okay, I've got to check that out. That sounds really good. Sounds really good. One guy made a kid zombie mod with the sounds of kids. You have a little go saying, "Mummy, what happened, Mummy?" Yeah, that's pretty creepy, that, isn't it? Skeptic says, "And the kid zombies are fast and gang up." Yeah, it sounds like our kids around here. Mickey says, "Yeah, first time I saw it was night on server, damn near." Yeah, I bet you did, yeah. Yeah, the zombies definitely need some work, don't they? We could need some love, don't they? Let's get this fire lit. Thank you very much again, Moxie Don. Very old friend of the channel and of the servers. Top bloke. Right, so now we've got... There's my baseball bat. Ah, okay. Is that my sharpened stick? Yeah, okay. So what should we... Should we have some nice... Some nice fat. I'm burning myself. Come on then. Let's roast this. Lovely jobs. I remember one of the first times I started playing DayZ, and it was that stage where, you know, when you're so new that you just can't find your way around and you just get lost and you starve to death, mainly because you don't know how to eat things either. And I remember go at night making my way along a road. It was pitch black, and then I think I had a road flare, so I popped the road flare, and then some deer just jumped out in front of me on the road and ran off, and I pooped my pants that time. It was absolutely amazing. Mickey says, "Unfortunately, the zombies probably won't see any real change until the next iteration of DayZ." Yeah, well, I don't know, but as I was saying earlier, who knows? Ooh, sorry, I just banged my microphone. Who knows what they might get up to? You know, they may do some really interesting things, because they've got the I think they've got the time now, because they've got basically they've got the game running pretty well, haven't they? I mean, I don't think it's really going to run that much better on Xbox Ones and PlayStation 4s. You know, this is on the Series S, and it runs nice. It's 60 frames a second most of the time, which is good. But, you know, they may well come up with something. How you doing, Rob? Says Moxie Don over on YouTube. Very well, my friend. How are you? Hope everything's good with you. Hope everybody's looking forward to Christmas. I know I've just had a week off, and on my week off, one of my goals was to try and lose a bit of weight and do a bit of exercise. let's just say I've put weight on by eating too many bacon sandwiches, and I've gone through 2 tubes of what are those crisps called, the round ones, Pringles, in the last 3 days, and they're really meant to be for Christmas as well. So yeah. Here we go. Nothing quite like sitting by the river, roasting the fat of a cow you've just slaughtered with a 12-gauge shotgun. This is what life is really about, isn't it? Doesn't get much better than this. Yes, the other cow's definitely pining for its lost friend. I'll have to do this server restart thing more often, because it's much more pleasant playing like this on a nice day in the sunshine than it is when I'm struggling around in the rain. Of course, an argument could be, and I would understand if people say this, was, why didn't I go to a house that had 2 stoves in? I could cook all this stuff really quick, and I instead of cooking things one thing at a time. I don't know, we're outside, aren't we? So in the zombie apocalypse, it might be quite dangerous to start fires in some houses, mightn't it? You can imagine the chimneys could have got blocked up, and it could be a bit of a fire risk. You know, maybe that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Daniel says, "Can't wait to start playing. This looks amazing." Are you new to DayZ, Daniel? Daryl, sorry. Mickey says, "I found you by looking for tutorials on how to make a PC server. The way you went through made it so easy to..." Oh, thank you. That is my aim. To make... Well, but the reason for that is... I need things explained really simply to myself. Otherwise, I can't understand how to do them. So I kind of the mistake I think I make with lots of tutorials though is often I start doing them when I could really know a little bit more about the subject. Often what I'll do is I'll have a question in my head about how to do something, and I'll learn about it, and I think, right, I've got to do a tutorial now, and I'll do a tutorial. Whereas if I waited a bit, like a few weeks or something, when I really knew what I was talking about, that might help. But one of the things I want to do is, I really want to grow the YouTube channel in terms of tutorials and guides and things like that, and the odd stream like we've got here. And the way that I'm doing it is really through guides and tutorials, you know, so how to do stuff. And in order to do that, and I'm going to call DayZ a niche game, with games like DayZ that have been around a while, that lots of people know how to play anyway, you've got to make a lot of videos. And that's why you see me doing videos on other things as well. So other games that I enjoy playing, like Call of Duty, for example, I'll do videos about that because I really enjoy playing, for example, the new zombies in Call of Duty is really good fun. It's brilliant. And I have questions about that, so I make videos about it. Because the idea is hopefully, eventually, if the channel gets busy enough to do this full time, that would be so cool. I was thinking, you know, I could stream in the evenings, make tutorials during the day, do exercise, of course. Daryl says, "Yeah, we'll be new in the game." Ooh, lot to learn, my friend. Santa got stuck in the chimney. Shall we take his stuff? You did a great job showing step by step how to do things. Oh, thank you. The tutorials are golden. Thank you. Arma 3 is a challenge too, about creating servers. Yeah, I've done some server creation stuff on Arma 3. It's actually easier than DayZ, though, I've found. Creating missions, yeah, that's a different kettle of fish. I've done some videos about that as well. But it's not something I'm not that interested in at the moment, doing that sort of thing. So Daryl, yeah, so DayZ is probably both the greatest game ever made and also one of the worst games ever made. Because when you first start playing it, you'll be going, what is this madness of having to do all these different things? But there's loads of really good guides. Just look for DayZ Beginner's Guide 2023 or DayZ Beginner's Guide and watch stuff. The most frustrating bit is normally the first hour. If you can get your character past the first hour and they're still alive and they haven't been shot by somebody, which happens all the time on public servers, if you can survive that long, and then you can start thinking about where you want to go and exploring Cherna or Livonia, you have a blast. There's no game like it. Nothing. I mean, is it really a game? I mean, I guess that's the thing. Is DayZ more akin to something like Flight Simulator than something like Call of Duty? Because there are no... I mean, you could even argue, even something, I don't know. Is my stick ruined, was it? I seem to have lost my stick. Where's my stick? I may well have ruined it. Or dropped it. One of the two. Okay. Let's go and get a fresh stick. I don't mind the learning. Yeah, well, yeah, good. There's definitely a lot to it. Skeptic says, haha, the first has my challenge often the most... Well, Skeptical Observer makes a good point. I would argue that as well. But sometimes I think the first hour is the most interesting. I think what you've got to do is give yourself a goal. What do you want to do with the character that you've got, the life of this character? What are they going to get up to? So, for example, this character I've got, their goal is going to be to get up to Tizzy, to maybe get a nice vest, get a nice weapon. And then I want to go to Riffy or Pavlovo, make a small base there, like a lean-to base, and then I want to go around looking for NBC gear, which is going to be pretty hard, and gather enough NBC gear to go into the gas to see if we can get something really special as well. Ooh, that wasn't going to happen. Not objective, the same part for staying alive. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? But the problem with DayZ, I think, is once you've got to that stage where staying alive isn't an issue, that's the question of what happens next, isn't it? And I'm guilty of playing on my servers, which are PVE, probably too much, which means that I don't have the PvP, because you go onto a community server and you're getting, I think, the true DayZ experience, where you have that fear of getting ambushed, the fear of getting killed, the rareness of all the loot, all that sort of stuff, which is pretty amazing. Right, so after we've done this one, we're actually going to eat some of this stuff. Mickey says the best of DayZ was in Armour 2, I think. Once the health was a standalone, it seemed to mostly turn into a team. Well, yeah, I never played it in its prime, so I can't really say. But I know I prefer DayZ as a survival game. If I want to play a shoot 'em up, I'll play PUBG, or I'll play Call of Duty, or I'll play Battlefield, or I'll play something else. As a survival game, an adventure exploration survival game, that's what I like. The DayZ expansion AI is developed quite well, so you can have a server that is PVE. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've messed around with that quite a bit, and it definitely adds a lot. Okay, so let's drop that. So this should have cooled down by now. So let's enjoy some of this nice fat. Fat's the best bit, isn't it? It's absolutely the best bit. Nice. Have you ever tried the Long Dark survival game? Yeah, I did download it, so it was on Xbox Game Pass. I have a problem with games that look like cartoons, and I'm not a fan of. I prefer realistic looking games. I think it's probably because coming from an age where with like the early 80s with computer games that, oh wait a minute, I'm going to be sick if I'm not careful. Let's drop that. Okay, we're pretty full, aren't we, with stuff? So we don't need that. Are we going to need a screwdriver? No, let's get rid of that. Do we really need the crowbar? You could argue we've got the baseball bat, haven't we? It's on the floor somewhere. So we don't need... We're going to drop the crowbar. The rope. What would we use the rope for? Making a fishing rod? We could drop the rope, couldn't we? Sharpening stone. We could drop the dry pear. We don't really need that. We could drop the saline bag. We don't really need that, do we? Is that epinephrine? We could drop that. We don't really need that, do we? Okay, let's see what we can take now. Okay, so we've got... Maybe we can take the pear. Excellent. We get a baseball bat. I want to keep the baseball bat because if we find some nails, I want to put the nails in the baseball bat. Well, let's pay our respects. We'll leave... What have we left behind? Oh, one piece of steak. Oh, alright, quite a few pieces of steak and some guts, but I can't be bothered to make anything out of that because we should be pretty full. It's a shame, no, too many EUs really use the AI. No, well, it's quite difficult to set up, I think, isn't it? And it's kind of difficult to set up in a realistic way because they're pretty sharp shots, the AI, if people don't turn down the accuracy on them. Yeah, so when I first started playing video games, all we had were, like, you'd have a black and white television with this box that had two paddles and you would bounce a ball backwards and forwards playing tennis. And for decades, the graphics were always rubbish. You know, it was more about the picture that was on the box of the video game and your imagination, or the pictures in the video game magazine. You'd be like, ooh, wow, than the actual game itself. And then obviously over the last few years, you know, we've now got games that look, they're starting to get photorealistic, aren't they? I'm not saying DayZ is, but you know, when DayZ is at its best, it looks really good. I think it looks really, really good. And so that's why I don't like games that look cartoony, because I'm like, just make it realistic. Which I know is bad. You know, it's like retro gaming as well. I think, well, why do you want to go back and play old games when we have... The example I'll give you is like Arma 3. Arma 3 Prairie Fire. If you're into military games and you've got a gaming PC, Arma 3 Prairie Fire Mike Force game mode it's like you're in a... When you play that at night, it's like you're in Apocalypse Now. It's unbelievably good. It's absolutely fantastic. You know, so why would you go and play Mario? If you can play DayZ, why would you play Sonic? You know? But I know the reason is because people like games for different reasons, don't they? And people like different things. I'll be starting tomorrow on Arma Reforger tonight. Arma Reforger, yes. Yeah, the best thing with Arma Reforger is play Conquest, turn your mic on, and see if you can get into a squad where people talk to you, and you can say, "What do I do?" and get them to help you. Because Reforger is great when you're with a squad. Well, this is true of Arma as well. It's great when you're in a squad and you're working together and people are talking to each other. It can be a bit crap if you're just playing by yourself, and just following people around, because you end up turning into a running simulator, running and dying all the time. You're never really sure where you're meant to go. And the big problem with Arma Reforger, and I have raised this as an issue with them, is that I don't understand why they haven't put player location markers on the map yet. Because Arma has them. I know DayZ doesn't, but DayZ is a survival game. So in Arma Reforger, when you open up your map, it doesn't show you where you are. It gives you a hint. It will say, oh, you are south of here. And you're like, oh, great, well, please tell me. And they give you all these tools for you to be able to work out where you are with a compass and a protractor. And you can do all this stuff. They even have some training videos on where you work out your position off landmarks, which is all very nice. But sometimes I just want to know where I am. So it can be a bit challenging. But it looks great, and when you get into a firefight at night, oh, again, Reforger at night, woohoo! Have I missed? So this is Novi, isn't it? I missed Novi tents, didn't I? The military tents up at... Oh, damn. That's really one I wasn't really bothered about here. How did I miss Novi tents? Guessing because I was following the road, wasn't it, when I should have been going across. Yeah. I meant to go to the tents at Starry. Oh. Let's go back. Let's wind our way back to see if there's anything interesting here. A hunter jacket, but doesn't look like it's in very good condition. How are my shoes? These shoes have been lasting very well. Very well. So if we go west from here, we should go back to where the tents are. I'm in a squad and still learning. Oh, great, brilliant. There's something really special about games like Arma, Reforger, the game squad. When you've, really good. I was playing in the official community night of Reforger last week. Excuse me, and it was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. And it was the Arma Reforger's community manager ran it. He was the games master, if you like, who was in overall charge of what was happening, and he was putting down assets, and we were all playing as Americans on the same team in squads, flying in and out with helicopters. And I tell you what, it was a blast. The enemies were the AI, so I guess he was saying, right guys, you need to assault this village next, and he was placing AI into the village, and he would say, right, oh look out, there's a counterattack coming from the north, and I guess he was in the game master placing AI who were then coming towards us to kill us. It really was great fun. Unfortunately, I could only stay on for about an hour. I didn't get to see the end, but yeah, it was really, really good. It was really flying around in a helicopter, well, being transported around with a helicopter, that sort of thing. Right. See, what we could do here, we'll have a look at these tents, which are there. And then we'll probably start heading north with the idea to get to the northwest airfield. Not on tonight's stream though. It'll give us a target to go for. So what I really would like to find here, a vest would be good. So I've got more carrying capacity. A bigger bag would be good because I've just got the improvised bag. See, because this is PVE, I don't really need a good gun. The shotgun's one of the best guns to have because it's nice against zombies. You go hunting with it as well. Right, will we be lucky? Does stuff spawn in these toilets? Excuse me. Let me just have a quick drink. Ooh. Smoke grenades. Pardon me for having a drink. Right. What have we got? Some combat sites. Woohoo! Oh, a bomber jacket that's pretty broken. FX45 mag? No, because I've got quite a nice pistol. Yeah, I've got the revolver, haven't I? Yeah, 357 Magnum. Smoke grenades. I don't need stuff like that. PSO1 scope, AK. Baraka sights again. What's that? Box 556 by 45. That might be worth having. It might be if we get a nice gun. Pistol flashlight. No, it doesn't fit the revolver. Oh, a grenade. Frag grenade. No. Moxie will remember that. Managed to kill him and me with a frag grenade once. Yes, it wasn't very nice. I always regretted that. Number 39, armor piercing. Don't think anything spawned inside these yet. No. Stuff should spawn in, shouldn't it? Guns in gun racks. Of course, the amazing Don Sibley has got files that enable you to do that. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, pants. I thought it was a vest. You stay in there. Right. Okay, so nothing of use really. Bit of a shame. But it's just a numbers game, as they say. So now I think we head north, don't we? Do we go cross country? Yeah, let's just go north. Say farewell to the lovely starry Sabor. Very nice. Let's have a quick look at the map though. So we want to go northwestish, don't we? To get to Northwest Airfield from Starry. Another reason, obviously, to have the shotgun is it's good with wolves. Now, I'm going to show a rubbish. I'm forgetting how to reload it. Oh, there we go. Press and hold. Right. Okay. Is that all the shells we've got? That is all the shells we've got. Wow. Okay. So if we hit north, well, we'll have a look around the new northwest airfield. We'll be able to have a check out the new supply drop C-130 that's in the middle of the airfield. That should be interesting. And we'll go to the military areas in the north. There's no longer as many barracks, is there, at the northwest airfield? Can hear deer close by. Yes, there are. Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing, isn't it? When you're new to DayZ, you don't realise that actually there's more food in the countryside than there is in the towns. You've just got to have the ability to hunt. You know, having a rifle and a knife, and then the ability to craft fireplaces and fire drills, that sort of thing. Or a pistol to shoot the sheep or goats. Yes. Yeah, you don't need much. And then you're set. You really are. You're set for a long time. Although they've definitely turned down, I think, the energy you get from food, haven't they? Or they've increased the amount of... I mean, if you think, when I was eating those big chunks of fat, I mean, can you imagine doing that in real life? You get those huge chunks of fat. You know, you couldn't eat all that, could you? You'd have like 5 or 6, maybe, I guess it depends how hungry you are, but you'd have about 5 or 6 mouthfuls and you'd be like, I can't eat, that's it, I'm done. Because, you know, steak and fat is very filling, isn't it? Very satiating. You can't just keep going. John Ramirez says, anyone know how to make your server 3 times on G Portal? Yes. So, are you talking about Rust, John, on YouTube? Little bushy area. Oh, there's a little lake. Ooh, that didn't sound too good. That was definitely an artillery cam strike somewhere. Over in that direction. So, if you're listening, John, the way that you do it, really, if you're on Rust, they've made it incredibly easy. You just go through the settings, and I can't remember which one it was, but you'll get to the bit where it talks about the yield you get, I think it says, from harvesting stuff. So the idea is, you know, when you're, for example, chopping down a tree, you can turn the yield from like 1 to 2, so you get twice as much wood from when you chop down a tree, or you'll get twice as much rock when you're bashing on a rock with your pickaxe, that sort of thing. So it's yeah, how do it? No, we just got gas bomb probably. Julian says, if you need to decide for one of them, which one? End world hunger or end war? Well, I think war causes a lot of hunger, doesn't it? So yeah, I think yeah. Or I mean, could you argue that it's when people get hungry because their lives generally are a bit rough, are a bit crap? That's when they tend to support leaders who do nasty things. Because here we go. I think this is the way to the airfield now, isn't it? So yeah. I mean, if you could end war, that would be great. I mean, I don't think you... I can't remember who I was talking to about this the other day. We were having a discussion about it. But I think, unfortunately, for human beings, war is just something that we're really, it's built into what we do. Fighting basically is built into us. However, the way that you stop people fighting generally is make people happy. So if people can be happy about their lives, they don't really want to go off and fight other people. Not that it's the soldiers that get to choose who fights who, but even politicians, you know. If you've got a pretty good life, you're not going to vote for a dictator or put someone into power who's a nutter who wants to go off and do rough things. But if you take, like Putin in Russia, isn't it? I mean, the only reason he managed to stay in power for so long, and the way he got into power, is because things really turned downhill in Russia after the Berlin Wall fell and the Soviet Union collapsed. So people wanted a strong man, didn't they, in charge? Unfortunately, he then became a dictator and hasn't improved the country. And so the way that he distracts, and this happens all the time, the way that they distract the general population from the bad things that are going on at home, and the fact that he's responsible for it, is by turning their interest outwards, in Russia's case towards Ukraine. We had it in the Falklands War with the Argentinians towards the Falklands. You get all this sort of stuff, and of course you get nutters who just believe in, like Hitler, who just believed in a greater Germany and its right to rule Eastern Europe. And that's what he always wanted to do, from the start anyway, didn't he? That was always his plan. And then because conditions in Germany were bad after the 1929 crash, in 1933 he got voted in, and by a very small margin. But there we go. Yeah, generally you can have peace if people are happy with their lives and don't have to worry about their kids' future, and don't have to worry about their jobs, or the bank closing, or food being too expensive. Right, here we go. Look, I love how this is why DayZ is so special, isn't it? Let's go to first person. Look at this whole massive area opening up, which is, on a scale of a proper military airfield, isn't it? Really is. World War I was a strange war. All the countries were experiencing economic situation. Yeah, well, World War One was obviously Europe was like a pressure cooker, wasn't it? And you had obviously you had the British Empire, which was the biggest empire the world had ever seen. And then you had, and the Brits had just become friends with the French. Not that much earlier, We'd been fighting the French quite recently. But then you had the unification of Germany, and the idea that the Germans wanted an empire as well and felt like they were being left out of what was going on. And then you had this tangled web of treaties that linked all the powers together. I mean, it could be argued that train timetables were the reason for the First World War. The fact that they worked out that in order to win, you needed to get so many soldiers to the front by a certain time, which meant that if you didn't mobilise your forces early enough, there was a chance you were going to lose. And obviously Archduke Ferdinand was assassinated, and Russia declared war on Austria-Hungary or whatever it was, and Germany came in on the side of whatever it was, and then France, and then everybody came in because of their treaties that happened. But Germany didn't have to invade France. You know, they didn't have to do it. You know, that was part of the Schlieffen plan, wasn't it? The fact that they didn't want to fight a war on two fronts, therefore they had to invade France and knock out France first, and then turn around and take out Russia. So you know, they didn't have to do that, but they did. But they were a dictatorship, weren't they? It wasn't a democracy. You know, you had democracy, well, sort of democracies in Britain and France. Definitely not a democracy in Germany. Definitely not a democracy in Russia. But you're right. You know, you could say, you know, but why were the reasons that all these things? But there was rampant nationalism, wasn't there, at the time, and you know, the idea of a reckoning was coming. Russians mobilised first. The speed at which they were mobilised scared the Germans. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so this is the new airdrop in the middle of the northwest airfield. There's another. Sometimes there's some over there as well by the other aeroplane. But we'll have a look round. Rather dapper new fire engines. Yeah, my character's getting cold, aren't they? I guess because we're quite high up now, aren't we, on the in Chernerus. Lots of great sniper positions down Northwest area. Yeah, it's very open, isn't it? Really open. Oh, here we go. What have we got? Bottle of water. Boa water. A boa water. Can of Fanta. Can of Fronta. Can of Pepsi. Oh, it's Kvass. Mad Monk Kvass. Meant to taste disgusting, though, isn't it? Oh. Pepsi. Is there anything inside these? Yeah, there's a grenade. Can't get inside it. Wait for my stamina to regen. Woo! Okay, I wasn't expecting to be able to climb up quite like that. Okay, well, we don't actually want anything that's in there because it's a gas grenade, but let's see what's in the back of this one. Some ammo. What's that? 9x39 armor piercing. No thank you, but nice to be offered. Some surgical gloves. A surgical mask. Ooh. Which does have a use, doesn't it, in DayZ? If you're wandering around and one of your colleagues gets a cough, one of your teammates, there's always a chance that you can catch it off them. Oh, we've got lots of cans of cola, isn't there? Fronta. Look at all this. We're going to be able to have a soda party. There's some NBC boots. Some more gloves. Anything else? Oh, a BDU battle dress uniform. Medium insulation. Medium insulation. Worn. What's the BDU? Pristine. Well, we've got to swap it over, haven't we? Let's drop that. Put that on. I always feel like Action Man when I've got one of these on. Some hunter boots that look in very good condition. Pristine. Okay, well, the trail shoes have done us proud. So I'm going to put hunter boots. Unfortunately, very noisy hunter boots. Zombies hear you, don't they? A lot more than they do in other things. Right, so. Fanta was the Wehrmacht. Yes, I heard that. Yes. Yeah, is it what's the guy on YouTube who does all those interesting videos about that sort of thing? Is it Mark Felton? Yeah. Right, let's go over there next. Yeah, all these. Well, I mean, the less we say about the likes of Mercedes and Volkswagen, IG Farben, and all that, you know, the better probably. Should we? When it comes to German companies that maybe didn't do too badly after the Second World War. Another drink. In fact, I'm drinking a can of Pepsi Max myself. Porsche, yes. Old Ferdinand Porsche. Yes, he put in a few bids, didn't he, for some interesting contracts. But that's the interesting thing about the Volkswagen Beetle, isn't it? There's the story that at the end of the war, there was a British captain, I think it was, who went to the factory to find all the details about the Beetle, and they found them, and they could have taken them back to the UK and given it to the British car industry to make, but they didn't. They let the Germans build it, and of course, you know, the rest was history in terms of Volkswagen, because it became the most popular car in the world, didn't it? What have we got there? Ooh, look there, there's a 75-round drum from a K at Mark K. A paramedic jacket. Oh wow. A scrub hat. Gosh, this is good. This is a good place, isn't it? Good stuff. What's in the back of a C-130? Not a lot. Okay. Messerschmitt turned into Messerschmitt Blom, and Bulker helicopter makes that are not integrated into Eurocopter. Yeah. Well. I mean, yeah, it wasn't. They were just doing their jobs, weren't they? They were just following orders, as they say. Yeah. Oop. Oop. See, it's pretty rubbish, the baseball bat, isn't it? It takes ages to kill zombies. That's why it needs the NBC. Right, okay. I think we know where to come back to when we want our NBC stuff, don't we? There's been loads of NBC stuff around here. Patrol pants. It's not. Is that an IV kit? IV start kit, yeah. Because if we are going to go into the gas at some point, we're definitely going to have some blood bags with fresh blood, our blood in them. Oh, more bandages. Oh. Okay. What's that there? Some sort of pills. Charcoal pills. Yeah, we don't need those. Hopefully I've got to stage now where I don't... Another IV starter kit. Don't tend to poison myself too often. There's a gun in that metal yellow container, was there? Where was the metal yellow container? Oh, well spotted, sir. An M16. Oh, I love that gun. It's great. Really good for just running around with. But we're going to leave it for now. It looks a bit knackered. Let's go and have a look at these tents over here, see what we can find. Skeptical says the MMB BO105 is an ambulance heli, now the Eurocopter EC135, very popular with many emergency ambulance services. Yeah. Oh, you are full of useful information, Skeptical. Thank you very, very much. Another smoke grenade. This will be a PvP hotspot, won't it, on public servers? An assault vest. Haha, don't mind if I do, thank you very much. Excellent. Loads more carrying capacity. Oh, look at that beautiful KA bayonet, but we'll leave it for now. Excuse me. Another gas mask. Tactical shirt. Do they offer much insulation? High insulation. I didn't know that. That's pristine. Is that better than my battle dress uniform? It is, isn't it? Probably can't carry as much, can it? Oh, it can. Interesting. Okay. I didn't realise that. Oh, a field vest. Oh my, we got the choice now, haven't we? So the field vest is damaged. Our assault vest is pristine, so we'll keep the assault vest. Plus the assault vest can have 30. I think, can that one carry more? Yeah. Okay, well we got the thing we came for, which was an assault vest, or some sort of vest. Does anything spawn on these picnic tables? No. Now you need to find the utility butt pack. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? A real low profile. Okay, well, I tell you what, we've come a long way today, and it has been a pleasure talking to everybody. Our character is quite well kitted up now, aren't they, in terms of clothes and gear. Nice to have a few more shotgun shells. But we'll carry on our adventure heading, I guess, northwest again, up towards Tizzy. See if we can find some really good stuff. But actually, what we'll do probably tomorrow or the next day, we'll go to the north of the airfield, you know, to where those barracks are. We'll have a hunt around there, see if we can find a better backpack. I really want something bigger. Yeah, than this little thing, so we can really expand, and maybe we'll then come back and get our chemicals, see if we can carry some NBC stuff as well. But anyway, thank you very, very much, everybody, for bearing with me and coming along for the ride tonight. It's always been a pleasure. Hope everybody has a good week. I'm back to work tomorrow. Boo. Thank everybody for liking and subscribing and donating, all that stuff. Thank you very much, Moxie, for the super chat. That was very, very kind of you. And if you want to support the channel, obviously you can like the stream, like the video, subscribe. You can become a paid member. You can make a donation on PayPal, anything like that. But thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and of course, I will see you all again soon. Thank you very much, and good night.